Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Jose. This is Parfums de Jose. And as you see before you, today we are going to be taking a look at Valentino Uomo's Noir Absolu. Now, this is a discontinued fragrance, so it's very, very hard to get. If you look at the eBay prices, you'll see that they're going for ridiculous amounts. Thankfully, I got this a very, very reasonable price that I could not pass up. I've refrained from actually smelling it so we can do it here together. So we're also going to be getting the first impressions. So let's go ahead and open this up. And as you see, these are the older side of Cola. Now this is just from the pack from the seller. To the retro care, so thank you for that. Let's pull out the actual bottle. And here we are. And it's got a little stopper because these bottles have built-in atomizers. They came with a stopper. Well, here we are, Valentino Uomo's Noir Absolu. Right off the bat, I can tell you this is probably the most gorgeous bottle from the line. This is just an absolutely beautiful, beautiful bottle. It's got that black and gold going on. Everything else is very much the same. It's the Valentino Uomo style bottles. As you see here, the bottom does look a bit different. Here we go, Valentino Uomo Noir Absolu. The batch code here is 82121. It should date back to somewhere around 2017, 2018, I think. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and give this a spray, get our first few sniffs, and see what our first impressions are. And then we'll talk about the notes and all that. All right. There we go. I spray some on my hand because you also got to see what it smells like on skin, but I also have a tester strip. Yeah. Okay. Oh, wow. I could smell it already coming in. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow, very different on the tester strip. Okay, this is a fragrance you have to try on your skin. It smells so different on the tester strip. It almost smells tamed. Whereas on your skin, it's meshing in very good with your skin scent. This is amazing. So, I'm getting Valentino Uomo Intense vibes. It's this dark powdery iris that you get from the Intense version. But this has an added something else. This has something else going on. And how it's similar to the Intense, but it's not the same. They're very, very different. This is probably more mature, but it's got like this certain playfulness to it. So this is from Fragrantica. So for this one, we'll look at the main accords first. So it's supposed to be a warm, spicy, woody, ambery cinnamon fragrance. Other accords that it has is it's smoky, powdery, and fresh spicy. I get a little bit of the smokiness. Definitely see that. So this one was released in 2017. So it's about 7 years ago. So the top notes are cinnamon, pepper. Middle notes are incense and olibanum, and at the base we have sandalwood. I thought it had a hint of vanilla in here. I kind of got like some smoky vanilla vibe, but it's not. And it also doesn't even have iris listed on it. But if you know the original Uomo and Uomo Intense, those are heavily iris scents. So although it's not listed, I would imagine that this one also has iris in it. So it's got the powderiness going on, but it also has this sweetness. I would assume it's coming from the cinnamon. Maybe it's the mixture of the cinnamon and the incense, but it's got like this sweetness that kind of balances out the rough powderiness to it, and it really smooths this out into a very playful, powdery, sweet fragrance. It's really really good. This is honestly niche quality. This is not like your typical designer fragrance. This is something very unique. The perfumer behind this definitely put some passion into making this fragrance. This is niche quality in a designer bottle. This is amazing. I think hands down, this is probably my favorite Valentino Uomo out of all of them. Not so much into the Born in Roma flankers. I liked the original Uomo, Uomo Intense, and now this one. And I also have Uomo Aqua, which is completely different from any of these. But I think by far this has to be my favorite Valentino. This is just amazing. And I can tell you that the dry down gets addicting. I've only been wearing this on my hand for like 5 minutes, but it is addicting. You just want to keep smelling it. I'm gonna be looking forward to wearing this. This is probably more of a winter, cold weather fragrance, probably more during the fall time. However, I think it's such an addicting fragrance that this can probably be worn anytime. You just have to dial back the sprays if you're doing it during the summer or the hot heat. But honestly, this is an amazing fragrance. I can't believe the discontinued. That's usually what happens. These very artistic, unique, different style fragrances are usually the ones that get discontinued. But wow, this is amazing. I don't know, there's something to this that gives me very nostalgic vibes. I don't think I smelled this on anybody because in 2017 I was already living on my own. The vibes that it's giving me is like my childhood vibes, like going over to a friend's house and smelling this at their house, maybe from their dad, maybe it's the scent that their house had. Can't really pinpoint it, but there's a certain smell to this that's very reminiscent for me, and I think this is just an absolutely gorgeous fragrance. Now, keep in mind, this is a discontinued fragrance, so it's going to be very hard to get. The price tags on these are ridiculous. You really have to know somebody to get it at a very decent price. Make sure you do your research before actually pulling the trigger on these fragrances. Be on the lookout. There's obviously fakes. Anything that has value is likely to be faked. So if you are looking to buy this, do your due diligence. Make sure you're buying from reputable sellers. If you're buying on eBay, wherever you're buying, especially when they're going to go for such high price tags. All right, so that was it. That was Valentino Uomo Noir Absolute. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Goodbye now.